You mentioned many points, Max Morgan. What do you think about these elements, and how do you evaluate the performance of government of Erdogan on economic plans, political plans, foreign affairs, and especially his alliance with the Muslim Brotherhood at the same time?
Well, it's a very complex issue, as George has just mentioned. It's a mixed bag, which is the signature brand of the Erdogan regime, always having double standards. It's hard to read their standing, whether in the relationship with Israel or with its Arab neighbors or otherwise. But before I get to that, I just want to highlight something that last night I think the House voted to officially not only acknowledge the Abrahamic Accord, but also to appoint an official envoy to the Abrahamic Accord, which the bill was sponsored by a Democrat representative. I would have loved for them to recognize that and give credit when credit due to President Trump that was behind that historic achievement, as the Democratic congressman mentioned. And the reason I bring that on is because Turkey is a center focal of where the Abraham Accord goes. It is no secret that Turkey has been very hostile towards Saudi Arabia, towards Egypt, and other countries in the wake of the Arab Spring, which empowered the Muslim Brotherhoods and Hezbollah in Lebanon. And there was a hatched plan to undermine the entire Middle Eastern region and its rulers that were strong allies to the U.S. and would have completely changed the political map as far as the Middle East is concerned, and empowering Hezbollah and Iran further.
Yeah.
Having said that, Turkey is similar, as Öztürk just mentioned, to many countries in the region, where most of the elections in these authoritarian countries are predetermined, and the election process is nothing more than formality. Sadly enough, we have experienced some of that ourselves in the U.S. However, I don't like to be presenting a biased point of view, so I happen to be in Istanbul now, and I ran my own assessments on the streets, talking to people. So generally speaking, Erdogan has got some decent approval ratings on the streets, on the economy, and otherwise. However, it's a very dangerous formula that we have to be careful with visible and public empowerment of religious extremist views, harboring leaders of known terrorist organizations, for example, not just the Muslim Brotherhood. And in this day and age, the world has already learned from centuries of religious wars and extremist wars that we should not in any way, shape, or form be allowing religious extremist views to be radicalizing countries. And we cannot turn the clock backwards to the ideology, regardless of the religion, whether it's Muslim extremists or Christian extremists or Jewish extremists. It doesn't really matter. There is no room for extremism. And we're seeing the world turning the blind eye to what is happening in Turkey, and it's going to be a ticking time bomb that is going to hurt everybody in the region and reach the parts of Europe as well.
Exactly.
So this is really the main point that I want to highlight. But there is an even more important issue that I just discovered here, as I was honored by His Holiness of the Orthodox Greek Church in Turkey, in the beautiful Prince Islands, for their 100-year celebration of the Pan-Orthodox Greek Church worldwide. And I was shocked to see this almost 200 years old Orthodox school having been shut down for over 50 years without legal grounds. So I can't have double standards and see those double standards and turn a blind eye. Yes, it is a Muslim country, but on what grounds are you preventing other religion from having their recognized worldwide school from operating for 50 years?